Today's video is sponsored by Galaxy Lamps. Fire God Liu Kang is just so cool. At the end of Mortal Kombat 11, nobody was sure who came out on top. I was worried, I'm not gonna front with you. I was very concerned that Liu Kang may have fumbled the bag and got all of his friends killed. But thankfully, the Mortal Kombat 1 trailer finally debuted and it was revealed that Liu Kang did in fact win and save the universe, ushering a new era of peace for everybody. Or did he? What if I told you this man on screen is not Liu Kang? You see, there's a theory that's been circulating the internet that this man is actually Shang Tsung in disguise. And I know what you're thinking, that's impossible, it couldn't possibly be true. I thought so too. However, the more I dug into it, the more the puzzle pieces just started to add together, and after all the research I've done, there's a real possibility that this could be Shang Tsung in disguise. In fact, I found 12 different pieces of evidence that could confirm Liu Kang is actually Shang Tsung in disguise, and we've all been fooled. But first, here's a quick word from today's sponsor, Galaxy Lamps. You're in the middle of an epic Mortal Kombat match. You land the perfect combo and boom, you're not just in a room, you're in the heart of the cosmos. Let me tell you about Galaxy Lamps. I got one for my room and it changed my entire gaming experience. It's like a fatality move for all other lighting. You're not just looking at a screen, you're in a whole new realm. Even my friends were stunned. They walked in one time, saw the stars swirling around, and said it was like an intergalactic arcade in here. The best part is, it's all at your fingertips. Adjust the colors, rotation speed, brightness, or set automatic on and off timers, all with the Galaxy Lamps app. You can even control it with Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. It's not just for gaming. Think about parties with a cosmic vibe, a romantic date under the stars, or simply drifting off to sleep while counting constellations instead of sheep. And of course, it makes for a mind-blowing gift as well. So are you ready to create your universe? Go to galaxylamps.com/trueunderdog and use code DOG for a whopping 15% off. What are you waiting for? Light up your world with Galaxy Lamps. Alright, back to the video. Liu Kang is Shang Tsung in disguise. Now keep in mind, I don't want this to be canon. I don't want this story twist to be real. But even so, this theory is so interesting and amazing, and once I explain the evidence, you're gonna be freaking out a little bit. First off, look at what gang Liu Kang is rolling with, okay? Look at his squad, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Does that look familiar to anybody? Because it should, since Shang Tsung did the exact same thing in the very first Mortal Kombat movie. Your boy was rolling with Sub-Zero and Scorpion, who were both on the same team. And here we are almost 30 years later and it's the exact same situation. Coincidence? Maybe, but maybe not. And speaking of Sub-Zero, keep in mind who this is. It's Bi-Han, the older brother who is known to have evil tendencies and be way easier to manipulate. I mean, for Pete's sake, they made an entire game about it called Mythologies, okay? Sub-Zero was an errand boy for the villains the entire time and didn't even know it until it was too late. So I'm just saying, if I was Shang Tsung and I could choose which Sub-Zero to keep alive on my team, it would definitely be Bi-Han. And next up, let's talk about Scorpion, because in the character intros for this new game, Kuai Liang is mentioned by name. And normally that's Sub-Zero's brother. Well, guess who's his brother in this game? That's right, Scorpion. So it's very possible that Scorpion is Kuai Liang in this new era. And if that's true, it means Hanzo is off the table. He might still be alive, but he's not a ninja, which is great news if you're Shang Tsung, because Scorpion has proven that he can defeat anybody if he's angry enough at them, so you do not want him as a potential enemy. So making Kuai Liang Scorpion is actually a great decision if you're a villain, because also keep in mind that Kuai Liang is the younger brother, and that means he can be manipulated by Bi-Han, who once again has evil tendencies. Great news for Shang Tsung, because normally Kuai Liang fights for the good guys, but he won't if his brother says not to. So in summary, not only is Liu Kang fighting alongside the same people that Shang Tsung did in the first movie, but the way Scorpion and Sub-Zero are created in this new era would work perfectly for Shang Tsung. But next up, it's time to talk about Mileena. Ask yourself this: why would Liu Kang, who loves Kitana, have her paired up with Mileena again? Why not just give her a new sister? Why not make Jade her sister? Because not only do those two get along way better than Mileena, but let's be real, it never works out with Mileena. She always ends up betraying Kitana, so Liu Kang would not do this. Minor segue, yes, I know Mileena's in the game because the developers fear the wrath of the Mileena fans. I understand that, but we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about just the lore for now, okay? There's no good reason for Liu Kang to bring back Mileena in his new era. However, if Liu Kang is actually Shang Tsung, then this works perfectly, because not only is Mileena easier to manipulate, but in this new era, she's also queen of Outworld. So yeah, that means Shang Tsung purposely put an unstable person as the leader of a realm, because that way he can manipulate her in any way that he wants to. She's emotionally unstable, and unlike Kitana, she does not fight for the good guys. So making her queen is a good move, and also making Kitana subservient to her an even a better move for Shang Tsung. And even though it appears that Sindel is alive in this new era, the intro dialogues imply that Shao Kahn is not. And that's a big deal because Shao Kahn is one of the few people who can challenge Shang Tsung. For Pete's sake, the guy took out the Elder Gods in MK9. In fact, it's even implied that Onaga is not around, at least not in this current timeline, which once again makes perfect sense because he's one other person who could step to Shang Tsung. If you're the villain of a new era, it's important to make sure that no other villains can fight for power over your domain. I see people online asking, why would Shang Tsung usher in an era of peace? The answer is obvious, because it's easier to rule over a nation with no enemies who can step to you. If you're gonna be the kingpin, then you want to make sure that nobody around is strong enough to face you, especially not the villains, and typically heroes kind of fall in line, especially if you're disguised as a good guy. Think about it, there is no reason for the heroes to challenge Liu Kang, and now if the villains are all gone too, then yeah, there's no competition for Shang Tsung in disguise. Believe it or not everybody, I'm only half done. Next up, let's talk about the fatality, because isn't it uncharacteristically violent for Liu Kang? Keep in mind, Liu Kang is normally a pacifist. He abhors violence, so why is his fatality so gruesome and painful? It's downright torture. Out of all the fatalities shown so far, Liu Kang's is the most gruesome and the one that I would never want to get killed by, which once again is out of character for Liu Kang, especially God Liu Kang. But guess who would love to do a gross fatality like that? Yep, Shang Tsung. And don't you dare forget what happened in the first trailer. The sky went dark, Liu Kang's voice sounded ominous and almost evil. And while this could just be for dramatic effect to show how powerful Liu Kang has become, I think it's oddly evil, and it could be foreshadowing that Liu Kang has evil tendencies and could even be Shang Tsung in disguise. If you're still not convinced by now, I understand, let's keep going, because think about what happens in this trailer. Does Liu Kang intervene right away? No, he does not. Instead, he allows everyone to get killed before finally stepping in to save the day. And I want you to ask yourself, why would Liu Kang do that? Because there's no crown this time. There is no reason for Liu Kang to wait and let everybody die, unless he's trying to use this new era Shang Tsung as the perfect alibi. He wants to make him as evil and villainous as possible. That way, when he steps in and takes care of the problem, he is going to be worshipped and celebrated forever as the man who stopped the unstoppable Shang Tsung. I'm telling you right now, it's very possible that Shang Tsung in this trailer is a red herring, not just to the characters in the trailer, but also to us, the viewers watching this trailer. You think that's Shang Tsung, so you don't consider that Fire God Liu Kang could also be Shang Tsung, but from the previous timeline. I'm just saying there could be a good reason why Shang Tsung is a pre-order bonus, because he's just the new Shang Tsung, right? The basic default character Shang Tsung, but not the previous time god Shang Tsung from the old era, because Fire God Liu Kang is actually Shang Tsung from the end of Mortal Kombat 11. And real quick, let's talk about this smile, okay? This smirk. Look at Liu Kang's grin. Why is he making this face when Shang Tsung is showing up? Liu Kang should not be smiling here, because his goal, as stated in Mortal Kombat 11, was to erase Shang Tsung from the timeline, period. So Shang Tsung shouldn't even be here. It should not be possible, which is just more evidence that Fire God Liu Kang is Shang Tsung, and he purposely allowed Shang Tsung to exist in this new era just so he could kill him to throw everybody off his trail. That right there is why Liu Kang is smirking, because this alibi could not be any better. Once Fire God Liu Kang kills Shang Tsung, nobody is going to possibly think that Shang Tsung is still alive just as Liu Kang. Nobody could even fathom that possibility. And that right there could very well be why Liu Kang is smiling in this trailer, because he has the best alibi that anybody could ask for. Next up, let's talk about Raiden, okay? He's human now, and he serves under Fire God Liu Kang. This actually makes sense with the canon events of Mortal Kombat 11. However, even so, think about how great of a scenario this would be if you're a villain in disguise. You have the second strongest character as your underling serving you. And for the cherry on top, even though he still has his powers, he's no longer an immortal god, which means even if he does turn on you, he's not going to be nearly as tough to defeat. Alright, and there you have it everyone, 12 different pieces of evidence that could prove Liu Kang is actually Shang Tsung in disguise. Once again, I don't want this to be canon, but like many of you, I scoffed at the idea. There's no way that Shang Tsung is actually Liu Kang. That would be ridiculous. But the more I looked into it, the more I dug deep and got all the research and put the puzzles together, man, it is shockingly possible that this is actually an evil Liu Kang that is Shang Tsung in disguise. Or maybe I'm overthinking it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. How do you feel about this theory? Do you have even more evidence that I couldn't find, or do you have evidence that debunks it? Please let me know both in the comments down below. And then while you're down there, keep that combo going by subscribing and ringing that bell. That way you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.